So, morning, day 2. As you can see, I was 0.8 pounds up, which is fuck all. To be honest, it's probably more food volume than anything else because of more meals. I had to eat it closer to bed just to fit it in, which I don't like doing, but I got the last meal in about 7:30, which is okay. That's fine. Also, something else I wanted to share with you. I've been using this through the cock there. Throughout like the last 3 months probably. It's a neoprene wrap, so it wraps around you, and the whole idea of it is to kind of bring in the waist and lower back quicker. So essentially, I eat my last meal quite far away from bed, so I have it. I put this on as I go to sleep. Wear it through the night. Obviously, the area is heating up, and I wear it for the remainder of the time that I'm fasted. Also, so it's going to heat up the area, obviously. Okay, if you're using stuff as well that in conjunction mobilizes free fatty acids, and you're heating that area up, it's gonna bring some sort of effect. It will bring an effect even without that. This isn't me saying go out and buy it and stuff. However, a lot of people go, does it work? I wouldn't use it if I didn't think it did. So just like it's really tight, wraps around you like a waist trainer. Jack Fulburn's bought something a lot better than this, but this is something very cheap on. That's good camera, and that is my arm. Fucking hell. This is just off eBay. Sorry, Amazon. I'm doing really well this morning. So now take pictures for Joe as soon as the sun comes up, and then get the plan. Like I said, if it's the same as yesterday, I won't just do what I did yesterday. I'll do something on there. I'll put something up on IG for a. What am I doing, man? To see if anyone wants to see anything in particular. Yeah, the sun's coming out now. Yeah. In my little humble abode. Yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit. Woo! Can you tell I've eaten food? What? That was really fucking gay. I want to delete this whole video, but whatever. First night as well, sleeping with the Oura Ring. My sleep score is not great. I knew that. It was 70. Got about 6 hours 30 out of 7 hours 45 being in bed. Which I thought it would be worse, to be honest. That might have been quite a good sleep. But my restfulness was shit. It's going to be at this point. But my readiness for the day is over 80, which I'm quite surprised at. Resting heart rate's 48. My fucking HRV is 116. I am ready to train. So, yeah, that's a little update on that. But yeah, we'll get the day rolling and see what happens. So yeah, a bit of a different route for the video today, just because I'd said that if things were pretty much the same as yesterday, I don't want to just like bore you. It's the same meals, man. So yeah, woke up, spoke to Joe. He'd slept in a little bit, so I was waiting a little bit. What's he playing at, man? I mean, more important, bro. But no, literally the only changes were instead of 32 fat a meal, it's 25 fat a meal. So reduction in fats, lost about like 400 calories or so. Same protein, so 70 protein a meal, 25 fat, same sources of protein and fats. So pretty much eating the same meal, just reduce the amount of fat. So what I did, oh yeah, and I trained. Fucking terrible. Jesus, it was not enjoyable. Well, it was good for like the first half, and then I was like, I feel like shit. And I've been constantly saying for this time, I feel great. Yeah, it hit me today. I don't feel great at all. But what I did instead was I put a little poll on Instagram, what you'd like me to cover in this. So the option was the mindset towards gaining, like massing and no, not massing, I hate that word, to just like growing, mindset to grow, or how to set up AM training. And I thought it was going to be the mindset to get big or whatever, but it was close, to be fair. But the majority went for, it was like 60-40 to how to set up AM training. And to be fair, when I think about it, I'm not surprised now, because I mean, when I started doing that, I had so many messages about it. So let's delve into that. So a bit of a talk on that and how to set up your intro for that as well, because that's an important part of it. So I kind of saw not the idea, we're not the only people to do it, but Matt Ratcliffe was doing it and Jack McDonald were training together like before work. Something stupid like fucking 4:30 they do it, or 5 o'clock or something. I was like, I don't need to do it that early. And he kept saying like, trust me mate, it's a game changer, it's a game changer. And I was just like, no, I'm very set in my ways. And I think that's the same with most like people in the bodybuilding world. Like, you have a routine and you don't like changing it because you're scared, to be fair. I think that's what it is. And I think anyone that says like, it's not optimal to train in the morning and stuff, it might not be for them, but for me at the time, and for people that are potentially asking about it, it is. And here's some of my reasons why it was optimal. Okay. Firstly, the main one that came into my head after I started doing it, I was thinking, this is so good, was that I wasn't waking up and thinking, fuck, I've got to go to work, man. I was thinking, fucking buzzing to get to go and train. The first thing on my mind was, I'm going to go and train. So I was excited to get up. I was ready to go. Like, I was excited to get out of bed. So everyone's like, oh, how'd you get up in the morning? Because I'm going to go and fucking train. Essentially, I only had to get up like an hour earlier, but because I had so much time on the night then to prep my meals and stuff before the next day, I was getting to bed an hour earlier. So I wasn't losing any sleep from doing it or nothing. So that's the main thing. Sleep, don't jeopardise your sleep to do it. But because you'll have more time in the PM. Yeah, in the evening, the PM. Because you have more time in the PM, you're not hopefully going to sacrifice your sleep. So that was the first thing for me. Okay, second thing, you're not getting to the gym after work at like the time where everyone's getting there. You're surrounded by fucking dickheads. I don't care what gym you go to, there's going to be dickheads there. And unfortunately, at some of the gyms that I was training at that time, there's fucking idiots in there. But there's also a lot of people that are like in there who want to come over for a chat. And before you know it, you've been in there over 2.5 hours just because people are coming over, people are talking to you. So at the times in the morning, normally, there's not going to be anyone bothering you. And that does help because normally I've got my headphones on. I don't want anyone to speak to me. And that sounds bad, but I don't really like people. So I'd rather just get in and crack on. And I treat it might seem sad to some people, I treat it like a job. So I want to get in and do my job and go. So that was the next thing. Because a lot of the time I have my headphones on, there's nothing playing, it's just to stop people from talking to me. It just seems a bit weird. But so that was the next thing. So I thought that was great. And everyone, I was very much in the bro mindset of like, I'm going to be weak. Okay, well, every session was progressed in the first week from training on the PM to the AM. Like, every single lift was up by a considerable amount. And I'd put that down to, one, being excited to train instead of finishing work and thinking, oh, fucking hell, I'm so tired now. I've been doing this all day. I've been stressed at work. I don't want to go to gym. Or I just don't feel like that good. So, yeah, like, a lot of people are saying, like, you need food, you need to be stronger and stuff like that. I get that, yeah, but if you're eating a sufficient amount of calories a day before, you're probably going to be fine for a start. But if you're going in and you're less tired, it doesn't mean you can't, it doesn't mean that, oh, I haven't had a pre-workout meal, I'm going to be weaker. It doesn't mean that at all. Like I said at the start, it might not be optimal for some people that work from home and they can go and train whenever they want. But for some people who have real life jobs, I don't mean it like that. Okay, not real life jobs. Who have 9 to 5 jobs, sorry. Okay, don't anyone take offence to that who works from home. Sidetrack, now I've lost my fucking head and my thought. Yeah, it might not be optimal for some people because they get to train when they want. Okay? But for some people that work a 9 to 5, this might be optimal for them, and they might progressively overload their lifts in the AM instead of the PM. You're doing the same thing, okay? And if you have more energy and more drive to go at the sessions, then do it in the AM. Like, get it out the way, and then you go to work. So this was the next thing that people were asking, like, are you not dying at work? Like, I was so buzzed after a session, I was like on a fucking high for ages, because I was like, that was such a sick session, all that sort of stuff, that I was fine. I got to about like 2 p.m. sometimes, I was a bit like, fuck me, I feel like shit. But again, it's just something you get used to, you get in the routine of doing it. So that's my kind of ideas behind why I did it and why I think it can work for some people. Like I'm saying, this isn't for everyone. Like, if I was to work from home every day, okay, like I am doing now, I maybe wouldn't train in the AM. However, I still have done some sessions in the AM, because at the end of the day, it means I've got more time after for my clients to get back to them. So again, it depends how busy you are, really, I think. But orange and pineapple squash, fire. So I probably set my day where I'd wake, chill out for a bit, get moving, instead of having to, because sometimes you do have to rush a little bit if you woke up a little bit late, because at the end of the day, you've got to get to work after. But if you set it up right, I think it's great. So I'd probably now, from working from home and stuff, like, I'd have pre-workout meal, chill out for a bit, train after meal one probably, because I like having the rest of the day to do all my stuff. So anyway, then setting up intra for training. So this is going to be the most important part, I think, because again, a lot of people say, oh, well, do you get up like and have a food before you train? No, man. One, I don't want to sacrifice my sleep. Okay, so I bang on about sleep all the time. It's the best supplement in the world, and it's free. Make the fucking most of it. So I don't want to sacrifice sleep, okay? I don't want to wake up and have to make food and eat it, okay? Especially because then I'm going to have to wait an hour and a half, at least, for it to digest. I see a lot of people that they eat their pre-workout meal, then go to the gym straight away. I'm like, man, that's fucking dumb. Okay, I always advise people 90 to 120 minutes. 120 minutes. An hour and a half to 2 hours before. That's just my opinion. Again, an hour to 2 hours, sweet, I think. I think anything less than that, I just don't see as a good idea. So what I would do instead, which is what I was doing, was having intra-workout supplements. Okay, so I've got this here because I normally have Carbsncars by Strom, but I've literally just run out and I've always got backup. And this is what I do recommend this to some people. Like, not everyone's got the budget for Carbsncars, and at the end of the day, I'm a realist. I'm sponsored by them, so why wouldn't I use it, you know? So this is a worthy replacement, okay? So highly branched cyclic dextrin, so a carb powder, essentially. There's loads of carb powders out there, maltodextrin, all this sort of stuff, maltodextrin, whatever. What's that other one? Vitago, I think that's bullshit, but I think the other ones are a bit shit in terms of digestion-wise. Highly branched cyclic dextrin, I've never ever had a problem with, and I've been up to over 100 gram of carbs intra in it. I don't recommend that, to be honest, because it was bad at the time, but if you have to get food in somehow and and your appetite's shit, it's a pretty good way to go. So I would normally say as well, I mean, it depends who you are, it depends what you're currently eating and stuff, but 30 to 75 gram of cyclic dextrin, 1 gram of it is 1 gram of carbs. So 30 to 75 gram of carbs. So that would be my first weapon of choice for intra carbohydrates. That's a must, in my opinion, because you need the energy source, the glucose and stuff like that. So very fast digesting, straight in, straight out. Next up would be an EAA. So let's not start this whole BCA or EAA debate. Okay, EAAs are more essential. Clues in the name. It's all the essential aminos, whereas branched chain is just free. It's just branched chain amino acids. Why not have all of the amino acids to make an actual complete protein source? So this is Strom's EAA Essential Max. Berylicious flavour, in my opinion, the best. So it's an EAA. It's got some other quite interesting ingredients in there, but I'll take normally 15 gram of EAs, which does technically equal 15 gram of protein. Okay, so that'd be my next choice. I think those two, okay, for intra is essential. Like, yeah, you have to have this, in my opinion. It doesn't have to be Strom, but an EAA. There's loads out there, man. Loads. Next up would be creatine. Okay, I would put creatine in an intra. Also, thing is with Carbamax, there's a lot of other stuff like electrolytes and stuff in there, and with Essential Max. So a lot of the stuff I'm not mentioning is in those. So you know, taurine stuff like that. But this is creatine, essentially Creamax by again Strom, of course. This one's a little bit more special. It's CreaPure. So if you are going to use a creatine, use CreaPure. It's the best quality and it's not exactly expensive. Creatine's fucking so cheap. It's the most researched supplement in the world. Why not use it? Okay, 5 gram a day is more than enough. Okay, don't do this loading phase or anything that fucking Tub says. Yeah, you have to load this amount first for a week. What the fuck are you on about? Just take 5 gram a day every day for the rest of your life. Buzzing. This also has Actogen in it, which is like it enhances the uptake of it. So there's that. Again, I'd probably say that's a must. It doesn't necessarily have to be intra. I think it's just a good place to put it. It doesn't exactly, well, this is raw flavour. It doesn't taste of anything, so you might as well just add it in. You can get flavoured ones. I don't know why you would. That's flavoured as orange. That's berrylicious. Fire. So I put in mine Vascumax just because, one, the flavour's amazing and the benefits of it are really good, especially when you're lean. So, yeah, that's got taurine in it as well, which again is, I think, quite good for something in an intra. So, essentially, I've rambled on there for like nearly 15 minutes just on fucking setting up AM training. So, hopefully that gives you enough info to, if you are thinking about making the jump to that when you go back to work, I think it's good. I honestly do. I loved it. If you are thinking about making the jump and you think, oh, I'm going to be weak and stuff, stop being a bro. Try it. Like, stop being so set in your fucking ways, man. Like, me being set in my ways so religiously has held me back on so many things. And I wish I hadn't done it. I wish I hadn't been like that. So, try new things. You might like it. If you don't, you go back to the normal way you train. No one's forcing you to try it. But, end of the day, you guys have clicked the button to say how to set up AM training. So, I'm doing the video on it. So, come at me, bro. But anyway, I'm Brandon Harding. Hope you're having a great day. I don't know where that came from. Fuck off, Brandon. He wouldn't train in the AM because basically what it's doing is when you're fasted, you're eating your muscle. Guy's a fucking dumb cunt. I know these always turn into a Brandon Harding hate mission. I don't hate the guy. He's just very easy to take the piss out of. Guy's weak. But he's made a fucking ton of money out of YouTube. So fair play to him. Even if he is an idiot. This has rambled on now long enough. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I will do another video for tomorrow. I've got another couple of meals to go tonight. Which I'm looking forward to be fair. I'm not that hungry at all at this point. Which is good. I'm glad. Because I haven't got my mind on food all day. The 6 meals thing's definitely helped. Although it's quite hard to get the meals in. It's like every 2 hours, man. Annoying. Yeah, I've rambled on enough now. Hope you're having a great day. I've been Brandon Harding. Fuck you.